Hi there, I'm Alex Belinsky, and I'm excited to share with you some crazy, funny, and spiritual experiences, all from the Italy Padova mission. I hope you enjoy this. Brent, riding bikes, got hit by a car twice and once by a bus. Wow. Calvin, during the Gulf War, there was a lot of anti-American sentiment, and for a while we had to take off our tags and avoid speaking English completely. After visiting a museum with an investigator, we came out into a huge communist anti-American demonstration with chanting, running, burning flags, and burning dummies of the president. My companion was very blonde and an obvious Yank. I blended in more, so we hit him against the wall and snuck out. We think we were followed home once, so we made it a spy game to lose our tail. Steve, Elder Han riding his bike into a parked car as he was gazing at the Mediterranean Sea in Livorno. Doug, climbing the tallest tower in Bologna. The inside steps were questionable at best. Peter, my companion removed my brakes on my bike. I didn't know it until I attempted to use my brakes while traveling down a busy cobblestone street lined with people. Funny now, not so funny then. That doesn't sound like a good prank to do. Sean, getting run over by a Fiat 500. Apparently that happened to a lot of missionaries. Irene, the White Handbook created for a reason because a missionary before me made choice that had negative consequences. Clint, saw a woman get her purse robbed. She was yelling at the thief who was running away, somewhat dangerous looking. I thought about helping but decided not to get involved. I half regret being a coward and half am glad I didn't put myself in danger. Lydia, being cursed by a witch. Yup, it happened. Also breaking my head open while playing fruit basket for a zone meeting. My fault. Didn't hurt much, but the tiny capillary veins in my skull made for a lot of blood. I could see this as it was at the back of my head and have a scar to prove it. Man, that's painful, playing fruit basket. From Calvin, members wanted to be nice to us by cooking a big traditional Thanksgiving dinner because they knew we would be homesick on a holiday. The turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing were very kind, but they couldn't understand how much we could eat such a heavy meal in the middle of the summer. They messed up the dates and made us a Thanksgiving dinner on the 4th of July. Doug, opening the apartment door in Vicenza at night and seeing thousands of roaches disappear as soon as the lights went on. Peter, I had 4 different times pigeons went to the bathroom on me, all on the same day. My white shirt was covered in pigeon doo-doo. I'm paraphrasing. Sean, every day would get us laughing at streakers, people yelling from the other side of the door saying, "Non c'è nessuno a casa." Elders with no seat bikes, etc., etc. Irene, when we made Thanksgiving in Italy and internet was basic to get recipes required chat room. The turkey came with feathers, made stuffing in bucket, no Tinder timers. Had to call international operator to ask advice about how to tell when a full turkey is done. Clint, we were late for an appointment, riding bikes, so I was pedaling hard. I stood up to put more weight into it, and the gear slipped. I came down hard on the center frame, doing about 30 miles an hour, my feet dragging on the road because it was too fast to catch my footing. When the bike finally stopped, I crawled to the edge of the road and curled up in the fetal position. My companion, finally seeing I wasn't behind him anymore, came back, irritated, and told me to hurry up. We were late. I told him I didn't care. I wasn't moving. Later in my life, I discovered to my joy that I was still able to father children. Poor guy. Lydia, number 1, gaffes made learning the language. Number 2, working in the district with my district leader, who I'm sure wasn't supposed to be doing that in the first place, who introduced himself as our husband on the door approach. Brent, teaching and baptizing a golden mother and daughter in Prato. Steve, following the Spirit and ignoring our plans for a day and door knocking is in a random rich neighborhood and finding an American less active member who is praying for something and couldn't figure out the phone book to find the church. His mom was praying for help for him. And then we showed up at the door. It was great. Steve, there were many. Doug, meeting Ezra Taft Benson at the dedication of the new building in Bologna. Peter, working so hard for a month to find someone to teach and baptized. Worked all month without any success. Last week of the month, we met a man who wanted to be baptized. Sean, every day, every single day, gift of tongues, preserving life, finding the right words and scriptures just when you need them. I could go on, smiley face. Irene, every day. I only had that one day there and I couldn't repeat it. I would always have my home in America, but never again could my experience in Italy be recreated. Every day was beautiful. I was challenged to write daily in my journal. I did, and I am grateful. Clint, riding the train to the mission home at the very end of my mission. By happy coincidence, my favorite companion and the woman we baptized, my only, were on the same train. As we reminisced and laughed, I thought, this must be what the celestial kingdom's like. Lydia, being there, my ancestors are from this mission, and I felt at home. The first day there, we were taken to the mission home and had a meal and an evening with the president and assistants. My mission president came from the country, and president's wife peeled her apple. Before then, I had only ever seen my grandma do that, and I felt at home. Then we had a film strip presentation of the different areas. As the places rolled of my ancestors' zones and areas, I was so happy. Oh, I want to go there. My came from there. Then it happened. The place I couldn't go. The one that my grandma was born. The AP said, yep. Said, you can't go there, Sister Giggly. That's an elders only area. Well, as my mission panned out, I did serve in those areas. And the elders only area, they took out the elders out of there. And I don't think the mission president was listening. Maybe he was. But I know that those are the places the Lord wanted me to serve. And I must have had a righteous desire. And my ancestors had a hand in my service. And I felt them with me. I loved the people. And that made me a good missionary, I think. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed some of those stories from the Italy Padova mission. If you served in the mission and you want to share some of your stories and insights, we'd love that. You can go to preparetoserve.com/survey and fill out the Google form there. If you want to be video interviewed about your mission in Utah sometime, feel free to just message us and we'd love to do that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. The gospel's true. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.